Hey folks, welcome to today's live stream. Happycattycrypto here. I hope you're all having a nice day. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me, if you can't hear me, if I sound too loud, if I sound too quiet, if I'm too far away, if I'm too close, or if I'm just speaking too fast. So really, today's live stream is to cover as much as we can across the board with all of the questions that people have for the meeting yesterday at Terra Rebels. And also just pretty much just brushing up on everything that's going on today in the crypto world. So as you can see, I've got crypto bubbles up in front of me here. And it's a sea of green, relatively pretty much moving in a very, very good direction. So if we step over to charting quickly and take a look at the price of Bitcoin, it's always a market dominator. It's number one. It's always going to carry us in the direction of which way it's heading or which way it's not heading, so to speak. So yeah, always be careful with what Bitcoin is doing, folks. Always be careful of that. So hi to everyone in the chat. Thanks for joining. Kettle's on. Time to make a nice cup of tea, perhaps a custard cream, and settle in ready for the AMA. That sounds perfect to me. I don't have a tea because, as you folks know, what happens to me when I drink tea during recordings. So I'm just drinking water today. I'm sorry about any noises that you hear during this live stream. I am due a package delivery at some point and possible that the door could knock. So yeah, I may have to mute it quickly, go grab the door and then come back, but we'll jump those hurdles as we get to it. So moving on, if Binance and MXEC burn Luna with the tax, then how many months to go up to $1? And this is a really, really solid question. It's not people, going out with dollar when. This is a really viable question. And in my opinion, it is really all down to how the next months transpire, unfold, and how things go once the governance is being restored. And we can pretty much gauge burn rates, who's burning, who's not burning, and all the ins and outs of everything that has transpired. So yeah, moving on. Hello everyone, welcome. Is Luna Classic good for long-term 2 to 3 years? Without providing any financial advice, I would say most cryptos would probably be really good investments for 2 to 3 years. I mean, crypto in itself is the long game. Anybody that tries to say to you that they've become a millionaire overnight, if they did, they were very lucky. So guten Tag, yep, hi, good morning. Is Luna Classic dismissed or destroyed the investors? As to it being dismissed, yes. Terra, the official Terra TFL group, have pretty much not dismissed it, but they did say in a revival plan it would be handed over to the community. And that is what's happened. And it's down to us as a community to pretty much fix it. And that's what we're doing. That's why governance proposals are so important, folks. I can't stress that enough. That it's so important that we keep voting these proposals through. The agenda meeting yesterday states to put pressure on TFL to accept our PR. Are we reliant on them to ultimately have anything implemented? No, we're not. Having them jump on board with us would make things so much easier, even if they dedicated around 2 people to the Terra Rebels team. Having then direct input would just speed everything up, but no, they don't. They can create their own repository. They can take the code directly from TFL's code base, reproduce it in a repository, and then once that's ready, produce that repository to all of the validators, and that contains the software update. And it's down to the validators. It really is the validators that we need on board, folks. And like I just said, it's a community coin. This is in the revival plan. It has been stated. Just Tim, thumbs up. Hugo, hello. Good morning, Hugo. David Penny, hi all. Hi, hi there, David. Oh, Edmundo, give us a big schloop. Why not? How soon will reversal occur and will it happen? Well, in my opinion, we have seen a reversal because we did capitulate down below 0, but we have seen a 5,000% increase since then. We are back down off of that now, but we did see a 5,000% increase. And during that price increase, we did see a decrease of the amount of circulating tokens there were from 7.9 to 6.9 trillion. And it's pretty key. So moving forward, can you please explain why the market is so low and how does it get higher? And what will make it go higher? And like I said at the beginning of the video, it really is all down to Bitcoin and which way Bitcoin wants to take the market. Yes, other things can have external catalysts, and some things react quicker, some things react slower, and some things just don't react at all to Bitcoin. But ultimately, Bitcoin does drag the market. We do need to see Bitcoin make a run for the rest of the market to run after it. How could the current legal troubles with Terra and Duquan affect Lunk's rebirth? In my opinion, it won't affect Lunk's rebirth whatsoever, because for starters, what they're doing now is totally doesn't matter to Lunar Classic. It's a community coin. A lot of people call it a meme coin for this reason, and it does just belong to the community. Will USTC ever repeg? Hugo, I don't know, but what I do know is that all of these burn taxes that we have in that are being worked on, that are inside these proposals, the non-forced burn taxes all burn Lunar Classic and USTC. I need to start saying that correct. So I think that's quite important. So yeah, possibly we could see a repegging event at some point in the future. Let's grab ourselves USTC quickly, because quite recently it has been acting rather strange, staying within a very, very small area on a 30-minute chart, as you can see here. And it's performing a swing low to swing high of around 25% at most, but in those real tight areas, it's very minimal, around a 3% move up and down. And like I said, it all could happen. It's just down to what happens with the governance, how the community vote it. But yeah, I'd like to see USTC make a repeg, because Orion Money really do rely on a stable coin being part of the Lunar Classic ecosystem. And this is the whole reason why Orion said they were going to have to set the sun on Orion Money after around 2.5 years. But we hope to change that in the future. So Sakri, hi Jay, been following your work since nearly the start and appreciate your work. A lot of milestones reached with more to come, I'm sure. Keep it up. Thank you so much, and thank you all just for the support you provide daily in and out to all of the channels, and pretty much just listening to my ramblings with me and my cat, presenting factual evidence to you folks. And like I said, I will always do my best to put ourselves above and over everybody else to try and obtain those best sourced facts for the community. When Bitcram, how will staking affect Lunk burning? So if you folks are not aware, there are ways that you can stake to earn rewards, and in turn you can do with those rewards what you see fit. Now Lunk DAO is currently staking Luna 2 on the mainnet to be rewarded with Lunar Classic, which then in turn he is burning. And a lot of people say, well, they're using Luna 2, they're supporting Luna 2, but yes, they are supporting Luna 2, but ultimately, in the end, the rewards are being taken away from the Luna 2's mainnet and then pumped straight back into the Classic mainnet, ultimately burning coins and then ultimately overall helping the community. Hi, Catty from Australia. I love Australia. What a country it is out there. I hope everyone's enjoying the weather here in the UK. We are having some really nice weather. Nothing like Australia, but it's nice to have some sun. I will buy more. We will never know what will happen in the near future. Yeah, of course, and this is the same with any coin. With great risk comes great reward. Everybody knows that, and it really is. Just don't ever invest more than you can afford to lose. Don't overdo it. Don't allow emotion to take you over. Do the maths and figure out, if I put down this much, how much would I get if the coin hit this much, and is that enough for me? So yeah, not financial advice. I believe Lunk will hit $1. Yeah, totally, because at the end of this all, 3, 4, 5, 6 years down the line or whatever, we only have 6.5 trillion coins to burn. And then you look at a coin like Shiba Inu, which has 557 trillion coins to burn, and another 34 billion, I think, in staking. And this is a thing that we're seeing also with Luna Classic, coins being returned back into the circulating supply, and people confused as to why this is happening. And this is simple, it's just coins being unstaked. Now, we did think that this was wrapped Luna being unwrapped as well, but it will be a very minimal amount that is actually attributing to that due to the IBC channels being closed. And now the IBC channels are pretty much what unwraps wrapped Luna automatically through the system. There's another way of using the back channels to unwrap it manually, but I'll do a video on that. I'm still working on it. It's slightly complicated and I wouldn't advise it to most people. I believe in how's that? Patience with Lunk. Yeah, patience with everything, folks. Good morning. Good morning, Texas Crypto. When will Burning Code is going to implement on Binance and why Binance accumulates 2.3 trillion Lunk? And it's actually 3.3 trillion Lunk, folks. Never forget that, okay? They moved 1 trillion of their coins on Genesis. If you don't know what Genesis was, it was the Phoenix 1 blockchain launch. So if we go down here, as you can see here, this is where the Phoenix 1 blockchain is launched. And yeah, that's what's created from that. Sorry, get off that white screen. When that happened, like I said, they moved 1 trillion coins during a blockchain hole. 100% of you were locked out. No one was allowed to do anything with their coins, not one bit. And they were able to move 1 trillion of their coins, and we saw a 561% increase, and then a pretty much the exact same decrease pump dump scenario. So as to why they're actually accumulating, how much of those coins could be users, how much of them are actually Binance's, it's all very, very hard to gauge at the moment, especially with Binance coming out saying that they store users' coins on cold storage. And we know that the main withdrawal wallet is not a cold storage wallet, because that would mean it has to be disconnected from the internet. So moving forward, morning fam, just hit my break. Glad I made it on time. Thank you for being here, Baron Dread. I really appreciate it. We're very small in the crypto world still. I mean, some YouTubers get absolutely tens of thousands of live views daily. And really all they're doing is just talking about news articles and things like that. Moving forward, in 6 months, Lunk will be at 0.2. And like I said, anything's possible, folks, but it really is all down to the burns, the governance, and everything getting back online. Sorry, let me just refresh the comments. Got a lot going on here. So, what do you folks think about Happycatty? Look, I'm getting it mixed up now. This is Rex's fault. Happycattycrypto becoming the official media spokesperson. What do you folks think about that? Hi from Australia. So I'm getting blank pages on Terra Money Classic. Is it just me? Make sure you have got your on the Coin Market Cap or the actual Terra station. Any news from the meeting last night? Yes, Craig, there is absolutely mounds and mounds and mounds of stuff to update you folks on it, and there's just so much to break down. There's so much happening in the Discord groups at the moment. Sorry, let's get the price of Terra Classic up. There's so much going on in that Discord group, and pretty much now marketing, legal, operations, devs, everybody is now communicating with all of the new people added into the system. Obviously having, if you didn't know this, Raider70 is the now acting chairman of Terra Rebels. And this is huge because I've spent a lot of time speaking to Raider, both direct messages and Discord calls, and the professionality behind himself and his team is absolutely insane. They have, I think, around 120 years experience between themselves for software development, which is insane. As a newbie to the game, I've been watching proposals and wondering what will re-implementing staking do for the future of Luna. If you mean Luna Classic, because staking's already enabled for Luna, but I guess you mean Luna Classic. So what will that bring back? Everything. Literally everything. The validators thrive off of staking. It's It's what they do. Um, Everybody will be allowed to stake their coins again. Remember this, it's not just validators that benefit from this. And then you as a day-to-day user, you are holding your coins, correct? Well, if you're holding a long bag for the long run, say 2 to 3 years, do you want to leave those coins in an exchange wallet for the 3 years? Yes, the possibility they could increase a lot in price. Or would you like to then stake those coins on Terra Station every month that you're holding them to get more coins? Being rewarded for holding a bag is better than holding a bag and suffering through the hodling and things like that. Moving forward, do you think any chance to recover the peg? Yeah, there's a chance of everything, Hugo, honestly, but it's all time based. It's about how much the community puts into it and getting the governance restored. Moving forward, evening. What do you see the greatest instability factor to Lunar Classic over the next 12 months? The bear market, the CEO, lack of proposal implementations. Just some thoughts. Cheers, mate. So my opinion, what I see as the greatest instability factor is misinformation, people acting like they are in the know and they're really not in the know, acting like they've got top sourced information when really they have not. And the worst part is people taking information that we produce and then re-spinning it to suit their angles. And this is something we're seeing quite a lot. And other factors really to be careful of, and which would cause a mass amount of instability, in my opinion, is rushing. Rushing any of this at any point and trying to really just forcefully do everything. It's not going to work like that. Like I said, this has to work for everybody on the ecosystem. Validators, devs, software developers, everybody across the board, users, the community, node operators, everybody across the board needs to benefit from this. It can't just benefit one party. I know this would be far from reaching $1. Just would like to know when would we see Lunk at 1 cent or 10 cent. And it really is down to the burns, folks. I can't reiterate that enough. It really is down to the burns and the use case. And use case is one of the biggest use case in coins, and a lot of people don't know this, is actually staking. That's where a lot of the use case comes for with SHIB at the moment, is the staking, it coming out of staking, then going back into staking. Because to spend SHIB, you need to spend, if you want to buy a bottle of drink, you will need to pay more than the bottle of drink costs, or a little bit less than the bottle of drink costs, just to send the money to buy that bottle of drink. And that's not good. That's, no one wants to, you don't want to go and buy a Porsche with SHIB and then have to pay twice the amount the Porsche costs in gas fees just to send the SHIB from A to B. So yeah, like I said, it really is all down to the keeping the validators on chain, keeping everybody on board, keeping the community on board, and really just getting that governance restored. C Classic is at 6024, waiting for it to get to the 5458 range. Andrew Carnes, it's going to take years to go anywhere, to be honest now. Probably sell half of mine, buy myself something nice. Yeah, and I totally get that. If anybody wants or feels like they need to sell their position, and go just watch from the sidelines and sit on the fence and drink a can of Coke, that's fine. That's totally normal. That's what crypto's all about, is picking that perfect position of entry. And nobody's got a crystal ball. Nobody can time things perfectly. So as to it taking years to go somewhere, I don't believe that's the case. I believe with the amount of people we've got working on the ecosystem, the governance, and everything across the board, we've got quite a few validators already on side, and there are many more coming out of the woodwork. And actually contacting Terra Rebels and saying, look, I want to get involved. And yeah, I really want to know what you folks are up to. And we've had quite a few other people come into the Discord and yeah, really start asking questions. And these people being huge fudders of the Lunar Classic and the Terra Luna ecosystem. So moving forward, so I think I'm getting a bit behind here on the comments. Okay, it's going to take years. Torpor Studio. This might be a rookie question, but why don't we see a LUNC price increase as Binance accumulates Lunar Classic? And this is the it's not even $1 million question. It's actually pretty obvious. So if you go and ask any Shiba Inu person, why do the top 10 holders hold so much? Their answer to it is exchanges, coins. They do not belong to users. So if Shiba Inu people think this, then what happens is when exchanges buy mass amounts of coins, they're not actually going into the circular, like they're not going out to the populace, right? No one's actually buying these coins. They're just being put from one wallet to another. No one's actually purchasing them on a grand scale as to where when FOMO buying happens, there's so many transactions going through, so many new holders grabbing bags, and it's not just one single transaction to one single wallet. It's across the board. It can end up as millions, and this creates volume. On creating volume, you see a price increase because the volume is kicking up. And my opinion, the reason why we're not seeing price increases from Binance's accumulation is for the simple fact is that it is not users accumulating these coins. And other facts to put towards this are pretty much that we are getting no whales popping up whatsoever. There's no big buy orders alerts coming through on any of my systems. And yeah, we really should have had Binance come out by now and literally say to everybody, it's not our coins, they belong to users. And this is what they did recently with Bitcoin. And a lot of people in my Telegram group keep asking me, Jay, you haven't addressed the 101k Bitcoin. And I did address it in a previous video and a tweet. And yeah, they came out straight away to deny that 101k that was bought during the dip was not their coins, and this was users buying the coins. And it was pretty much, I don't know, 24 hours it took them to come out with a response. Why have they not come out and responded to the amount of coins that have been going through the main/withdraw wallet? So yeah, it's all just, at the moment, it's one of them things where I'm not paying a lot of attention to it because we're just going to have to see how it plays out. And if they don't do something correctly, I will start doing something and pushing towards the fact that they did move 1 trillion coins during downtime and pretty much performed an inside trade to benefit from a 561% pump. So I would like to know, this would be far from reaching $1. See the classic. Have you found where the 3 trillion LUNC, which Binance moved out, is now? No, I've sourced around 1.5 trillions worth of it, but it's on a separate computer, which I leave running 24/7. This is my main media computer now. So I don't have it on this screen, but yes, I am tracing it, but it's so hard to track because there's no across the board tools to just show you input a certain part of it that you want it to only show you. It doesn't work. There's no programs that you can implement or use as another layer on top of this website. It's a really, really basic tool, but the basic stuff that it does is money flow. So yeah, but I hope really in probably the next week, 2 weeks, to be able to come forward and show you folks truly and officially and factually where that has gone. And you know me, I will only present evidence which I've double, triple checked and then sat there and tried poking holes in it myself, like over and over and over and over. And this is something I do with anything that I'm investigating. I will always sit there and attempt to poke as many holes in it as I can. So have you found yet? Hola from Cuba. I'm terrible with other languages. Thank you for being here, Salsa Cubana. Nicole McLeod, how soon till these proposals come into play? So as a lot of you already know this, and if you didn't know this, today is the epoch for the proposal 4080. That doesn't mean we're going to reach that block today. It means that we could possibly reach that block today. If not, it's going to be a couple days later, but we shouldn't be far off from where we are now. And there is a parameter change proposal up inside the group, which shows the implementation of 4080 and that it did get successfully implemented. So yes, around a month from today, we should start to see a once a month community pool burn. And on top of that, we should also see the community pool start kicking up on Terra Station. So do keep an eye on Terra Station's community pool over the coming days, but don't obsess yourself too much, folks. Remember, these developers and these teams and everyone in operations, everyone in Terra Rebels is working hard to achieve these goals. And this is what everybody has been doing. This is what we've been telling you. It's all been leading up to with all the stuff working in the background, and teams are finally coming together. So it's going to take years to go anywhere. Oh, sorry, I read that. Okay. How soon? Yep. Howdy from Australia. Pray for Lunk to $1. I think everyone is, honestly. Thanks. Done bad. Exchange is still holding a lot. Yes, they are. Binance are under pressure about USTC. Repegging it will get them out of hot water and avoid some legal action. They advertised it as safe. Yes, and they did. And another thing, like I said, they're going to have to answer to the fact that they moved 1 trillion coins during a blockchain hole and a user lockout. They will have to address that at some point because they did do it. We have the evidence leading up to it, but I was actually, funnily enough, recording a video at that time when it happened. And I have the ability to choose which screen from that recording I would like to look at for that time. So I do have a recording of those coins leaving that wallet immediately. And it was immediately, folks. It wasn't like a couple of minutes or 10 minutes after. It was on the second Phoenix 1 went live. So it's very strange. What can we expect a 1x from today's value? We don't like to do price predictions here. Sorry, Robert. Service folks. Will a new stablecoin algorithm definitely be part of Lunk? Given the now somewhat negative stigma with algorithmic stablecoins, yes, I totally get that. Excuse me. I totally get that. It's and this is why it's very important that they take everything slow, nothing is rushed, and nothing is put forward without everybody having a look at it, having an input in it, and actually voting it through. And remember, folks, they will never ever vote anything through. They will only ever put the proposals up, and it's down to you folks as a community to decide whether you want that implementing or not. And that will always be down to you folks. And that's where it always comes back to you folks being the pillars of everything. You folks decide what happens and what doesn't happen. And that's the bone bare truth of it. And once we get staking back, you will hold so much power. So moving forward, do you think, Jay, that CZ is aware of what we know that he is accumulating very hard? Yes, I do believe that they are aware that we are aware of what they're doing. And I believe this is the fact they have not come out and addressed it and just said, look, no, it's not our coins. Because if they, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, if they deny it now, they're going to look like really bad people when it comes time to actually acknowledge it. So from what I can see and from what I'm speculating here right now is that they possibly do have some kind of plan for Lunar Classic and USTC. What it is, we don't know. But I would have thought they would have come out and addressed that wallet and said to people, by now, it's users' coins. It's not us. It's somebody on there who is accumulating. But like I said, we're not seeing those whale alerts, which we would see. We see them for every other coin. They don't get missed. YouTubers love to pump you folks with whale stats. They love it. And a lot of you folks instantly believe that, oh, whales are buying and this is really good. It's really good. No, that's really bad. It's really, really bad because they control so much of the supply. When it comes time for a 10% pump, for them, that 10% pump is absolutely monumental. They sell, then they buy back in. And this is something that we do see across the board with SHIB and quite a lot of other coins. 8 went through a phase of it being like this. Any sort of smaller coins like Stepanap have always been controlled this way. Rune's one of them. Doge, I've seen this happen to quite a lot. And yeah, it's not good. In my opinion, whales are actually really bad. But at the same time, we need them. That's what creates the volatility. And yeah, this is an open market. It's a free market and nobody controls it. So yeah. Mohammed, I'm a big fan of yours. Thank you. And once again, thank you to everybody that's here listening to me ramble on right now. Warm in South Wales for sure. Yes. Really, really warm. Honestly, the chat moves so fast on the screen. I'm struggling to keep up with it. Okay, what proposal for didn't implement till now? I don't know what you mean there. Calm your mind. Let's tweet the link. Let's get more for this channel. Thank you, Joe Chiviera. Great job, Jay. Thank you very much for leading this community on the right path. I know it's still a lot more that needs to be done, but definitely many good things are happening with this project. Yes, and we're all working so hard to pretty much get you folks in the know, keep you up to date, and really just keep transparency key. And I will always make that my sole mission is transparency will always be key with Terra Rebels, and they are so transparent. HCC, you have to build trust with the team. Good job, well done. Thank you, David Penny. I love the HCC abbreviations as well, by the way, and you are absolutely thank you all so much. Honestly, I didn't see myself being sat where I am 3 weeks ago now. Even the Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel is moving so fast. You deserve it, Jacob, sir. Thank you. And to anybody that doesn't know, my full name is Jacob, yes. For short, I'm called Jake, but my friends just call me Jay. Are Tebble Rebels authorized to work on Lunk? Anybody's authorized to work on Lunar Classic. It's a community coin now. That's the whole point of having repositories and stuff like that. Like I said, we don't need TFL to be on board. We just need the validators to be on board. Blank page on proposal page. Can you open in your system one time, please? Yeah, I will shortly. Let me just, because I'll need to reconnect my wallet to the Terra station through this computer. Deserve it. Our Terras, yeah. Are you the official spokesperson for the devs? Yes, I am. I am the official media spokesperson for Terra Rebels. All information will come out through me. This is just going to stomp down, like I said, on people providing a lot of misinformation out there for people and just really just angling stuff really poorly. I mean, I don't want to mention his name, but there's a specific YouTuber. I'm just going to take a sip of my drink, folks. Sorry. Lovely. So there's a specific set of YouTubers that are currently every 24 hours, it's lunk to $1, lunk to $1. And remember, folks, we never provide that kind of content here at Happycattycrypto. We only provide you folks with the factual evidence you need to get by your day-to-day business with whatever you're doing around the events that are transpiring. But yeah, we are the official spokesperson, the media spokesperson for Terra Rebels. And like I said, it's very important that there is one string of information coming out, because otherwise, like I said, there's just so much misinformation happens, and one person starts one thing, another person starts another thing, and then the community themselves get themselves confused, don't understand who's actually saying what evidence is true, what facts are real, who's actually in contact with the head honchos, and so on and so forth. Thanks a lot for your video. Do not overwork yourself, and also feel free to take a few days off. And honestly, folks, I have a really good history for just being able to multitask. I'm not going to tell anybody what my jobs are or anything like that in real life, because they're just really boring and average Joe. But I'm really good at multitasking. I am really good at taking time off for myself, and I do every night have a coffee and I pop the TV on and I watch an episode of something interesting. And recently I've been watching The Boys. What have you folks been watching? Been blank this morning, wallet governance, etc. Jeff, I'll have a look after this video for you folks. And I'll actually, hang on, let me grab a tab, drag it over here. I will take a look for you folks right now, okay? Me, okay? Terra Station, yes. Have a look. No, yeah, it's working fine for me, folks. Get this back up in here. Oh, here we go. Okay. Okay. Let me pass this over to the development team and I'll ask them what is going on. Good shout out there, folks. It's always important to pass information like this on. Thank you for keep putting that in the comments. I will get that looked at very soon. I've just dragged that over to my second screen and dropped it into the group chat. Hello from Norway. Just a question: is 50 mil a good bag amount to hold, or bag it up even more? Honestly, even just having a £20 bag, I mean, I guess just having 1,000,000 coins, if it went to a cent, I mean, you'd have a very, very good amount, wouldn't you? As to myself advising you to buy more, I would always advise against buying any cryptocurrencies, because at the end of the day, you need to know what you're getting yourself into. Love you from India. We love you too. Sorry, let me scroll down. It's moving so fast. Terror station's blank. Yeah, hey from Florida. Patience down the track. HC, would you consider doing an AMA where you get a couple of the top members of the team and interview them in front of the community? Yes, this is something that I'm currently working on, and I'm also working on doing what are called icebreakers. Now, if you don't know what an icebreaker is, in certain aspects of life, you may go somewhere, you may be in front of a group of people, and you may be asked to introduce yourself, and this is called an icebreaker. They last around 3 to 5 minutes, and we're going to be trying to get as many icebreakers as we can with each member on the Terror Rebels team. But we need to respect people that don't want to be known, possibly because of their jobs and things like that. And this is totally understandable, but a lot of the team are looking to already jump on board and do pretty much small AMAs, doing icebreakers, explaining to you who they are, what they're about, and you really getting a personal connection to these people. Coffee on the ready for the AMA. Yes, I love a coffee. I've been drinking Java Volcanic Island beans recently. They're really nice. Hi from France. Will the staking start immediately after the vote of 4095? Thanks for your job. Thank you for the nice comments there, Joffrey. So 4095 is a text proposal, folks, and it will need manually implementing, but the team are working on it as we speak. So the second that passes through, I have no doubt it's going to be all hands on deck. We're still during the week. The team work weekends as well as the week. So yeah, they'll be working on it as fast as possible. And the second it passes through, I will get an update from Raider and the team as to what the next steps are for them, where it's going, and how long it will take to get that implemented. Start 240 viewers. Wow. Honestly, I sit here and I'm like, it's probably like 20 people listening to me. That's fine. I just want 2 zeros and I'll be happy. Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people feel the same as you, Mark Craven. Niall Cook, why is Binance buying 2.3 trillion? Does that make sense? Yeah, it does. And it doesn't. It's all just sort of weird, waiting to see what's going on. I believe this wallet is going to go for 2.5 trillion again in that wallet, and then we could possibly see something happen. I don't know what. Anything else would just be pure speculation at this point. All I can do is provide you the facts, and that the wallet is accumulating USTC and Lunar Classic, as well as some Anchor Protocol. Never forget that it is also grabbing Anchor Protocol. It goes lunar on the 29th with the new moon. It crashed around the lunar eclipse, super blood moon, back to the moon on the new moon. Okay, I like the analogy. Why not implement a stake to burn option so all staked earnings can get burnt? Because it's down to the individual who has staked their coins to obviously decide what they want to do with their coins. We can't put a burn tax on people's coin stake rewards. That would be very unfair. That's the whole point with staking. And a lot of people don't understand this. And at the end of the day, everybody's in crypto to make money, aren't they? You're not in it to lose money, are you? Or just to put your money in there to look at. You're in it to make money at the end of the day. Why proposal 4080 didn't implement until now? Karim, this is because of the way that parameter change proposals work. When they're executed, they're not executed on the block for that day. They're executed for a certain block height at a certain time, and we have to reach that block. And today is the day when it was like an average that it would reach in 7.7 days. It would reach epoch. So the second we see the first reactions from that proposal happen in the community pool, I will be the first to update you folks. And I have no doubt the team will jump straight over and message me the second they know that it's reached that block on Epoch, because it's very important. What is the theory on Binance increasing? Lunk, 100 billion to be burnt by Upbit. I haven't heard about that, Fons. I'd have to take a look. If everyone plays their part, we're looking at months to hit some targets. Yeah, and like I said, it really is down to how tight you folks as a community stay, and stay bonded, stay united to reach those goals that we want to reach. And yeah, we need to give the devs time and space. And a lot of people saying when this, when that, when this, when that. And there's so much that's already happened, and there's things we're so, if you look back to where we was around 3.5 weeks ago to where we are now, you really do need to look back at the bigger picture. And we had no leadership, no nothing, no anything whatsoever. Yeah, it was insane, absolutely insane where we was then to where we are now. It was absolute carnage, and now we are literally a united formed bunch of penguins, in my opinion, all huddling together to keep warm. And yeah, the ones in the middle are rotating to the outside, the ones that are on the outside rotating to the middle, and everybody getting a chance to take some of the brunt and also stay warm. Gabriel, what up, yo? What up, Gabriel? Thanks for showing up today. I'm unsure why that's highlighted that. I think that's, have you donated something? My stream setup's really poor at the moment. I will get better at it, folks. Please don't send super stickers. Don't send anything like that, folks. You don't need to donate to anything. We don't want you sending your money over to us. We really don't want that to happen. So yeah, don't have to. But if you did, Gabriel, thank you so much. It will all be getting burnt in this month's revenue. Once it comes to the end and it gets to the payout stage, we will be performing our first burn at Happycattycrypto, which is really good. But these burns are small change. Can we not compel Binance to disclose the purpose of the 2.3 trillion? Niall Cook, we have applied nothing but pressure. I mean, it's got to a point of where, I mean, Binance can't put a tweet out without myself or someone from the team tweeting on it, or people in the community. They definitely are hearing us. If they heard about the 101 Bitcoins in a matter of 24 hours, I'm pretty sure they were hearing all of this. Hello from the Netherlands. Don't forget the shloop this time. I took it out because I wanted to see if people missed it or not. Hit the like button. Oh yeah, folks, hit the like button if you've got the ability to hit the like button. Really appreciate it. It really does help the algorithm, I think, because it shows the content to more people. In turn, obviously, we gaining more reach over the community. Binance is always ambiguous with their statements. Why can't they just say we're going to find out and give an announcement as soon as we know something more? It's always back to that statement, isn't it? Why don't they just tell us what they're doing? And now if they told everybody they was going to burn, they were going to burn at a certain date, we would have seen a catastrophic FOMO buying. Really nice setup currently going on for Lunar Classic, by the way, folks. I'll leave it on this screen. Just going to take a sip of my drink quickly and try not to move too much on this squeaky chair. Okay, so if Binance came out and said that, everybody, as Simon Pegg would put it, everyone in their mums would be buying Luna, right? And it's true. Everyone would. Everyone in this chat right now, if I said to you, Binance are burning Lunar Classic on this date, everybody would flock to buy it, and that's the truth. And if they do have some kind of ultimate goal that they're planning from the accumulation, then I would have thought telling people what you're doing is probably not the best thing to do, because it would probably not allow you to achieve what you want to achieve as your end goal. And yeah, it's not like this is something new to Binance. Binance are quite known for backing the community up. And he did mention burns once, twice, maybe 3 times. But since then, it's just been absolutely quiet. It's like he's never even mentioned burning before. Watching for the Philippines, make LUNC great again. That's what we're aiming to do. We really are aiming to just help you folks the best. Hello from Nevada. Shout out from where you're from, folks. Shout out from where you're from. Morning from Texas. Damn straight. That makes sense. Why they want to fix LUNC. Many reasons. Many reasons. A lot of people believe that they're going to go for a takeover of the coin. That's what a lot of people believe. Once again, just speculation. To reach $1, would LUNC have to go back to the original supply? Not necessarily, no, but we would have to reduce that supply well down below $500 billion, because if each coin is $1 and there's $500 billion out there, it means the market cap's going to be $500 billion, if that makes sense. So moving on, can you just check the current state of proposal 4095? I am unable to right now, folks. They must be down for some kind of downtime or something. This has happened a couple of times before, folks. I wouldn't worry about it too much. It should come back up shortly. Couldn't get my words out then. Turn into a helicopter. Yeah, really nice setup going on right now. I like seeing these kinds of setups. They tend to lead to large candles. Not financial advice. To reach, yep. Can you just check? Yep. Do you think they will implement the 1.2% burn tax on all exchanges? If yes, how long will they take to do so? So now a lot of the exchanges have actually come out and said they're waiting for confirmation from Terra Labs, or TFL for short. And I believe that possibly once we get the 1.2% burn tax implemented on-chain, meaning that all on-chain transactions for Terra, for Lunar Classic on the Terra station system and on the actual chain would get that burn tax. And then hopefully we would then see the exchanges go, well, they've implemented it on-chain, so we're going to implement it off-chain. Because like I always say to people, it doesn't affect their maker-taker fee. It doesn't affect them not one bit. It affects you as the user. Every time you do a transaction, buy, sell, trade, you're going to be taxed an extra 1.2%. And this will be the burn tax. So it only affects us as the users. How about LUNC merch? I've got enough issues with the Happycattycrypto merch right now. Oh, it's not a donation. It's a tag. I'm poor as my dude. Me too, bro. Man who plays with E. Hello from Vancouver, Canada. Vancouver, Canada. Liverpool rules. Thank you, man who plays with E. Bedrock, hate to ask a question that I'm sure has been answered. Advantages, disadvantages on staking Lunar Classic. Yeah, I have covered that a couple of times in this video. So what I'll do is I'll get a video up on what staking is, the advantages and disadvantages. And Bedrock, there is also a video out on staking as well, which kind of explains quite a lot. Teresa Rankin, yeah, you would buy like crazy if they came out and said that, right? Is it possible to reach at least 1 cent in 1 to 2 months? Maria, no. To set any goals right now, and anybody that is setting goals right now has no idea of the grasp on the situation of how long-winded this can be. And this is what the majority of YouTubers are doing. They're like, yeah, couple months we'll be there. All these things going on, and really they don't have a clue. They don't even understand what the development team's about. They don't even know anybody on the team. And they're normally just plagiarizing somebody else's work or reading a news article. We could have died 3.5 weeks ago, but we all pulled together as a community and made it happen. And this is just the beginning of what we are capable of, LUNC all the way. Yeah, and David Penny, you're so right. Compared to where we was 3.5 weeks ago, to where we are now, it is crazy. LUNC is the GameStop of crypto. Yes, and if you don't know about what happened with GameStop, have a Google of it and bring yourself up to scratch, because it's really long for me to explain to you folks. But similar event happened and the community did bring it back. To put it simply, Binance would lose purchasing power. That's one of the reasons they don't tell us their plans. Yeah, that as well. And they do actually have a validator status on the classic chain, by the way, folks. Hello from England. Yep. Whereabouts in England, Teresa? Let us know. Northeast, southeast? Just Tim, Netherlands. Shout out to the Netherlands. Hello from Bikram. ETH will fail because they have forgotten the community. Yeah, and it's always key to remember your community, because at the end of all of this, you folks are who brings people's channels up. Without you, if all of you just unsubscribed from someone, didn't watch their videos, what would happen? All right, their reach goes. And because their reach goes, they're not reaching as many people, so they're not reaching new people. And yeah, it just ends up in what's called shadow following, when eventually your following just gets sick of you and your actual true following leaves, and then you're left with just ghost following that are either never online, not actually interested in the content, and you've brought them over from giveaways, paying for advertisement and things like that. So any thoughts on why Orion Money didn't vote on this proposal? There's still time left. They did vote in the last 24 hours last time, I'm sure. But we're not always going to have every validator on board. Just remember, just because they hold 13.40%, that doesn't mean they have the majority say of what happens. They're only one validator at the end of the day. So yeah. Good morning from Philadelphia. I think CZ Binance will take over Lunk. Yeah, that's what a lot of people think. Give a thumbs up, everybody. This person doesn't have a name. He's nameless. Off grid. Saw an article this morning stating that TFL employees have been put onto a no-fly list and travel restrictions. Okay, folks, right. I need to make you folks very aware about misinformation, okay? If that was in a news article and it has allegedly written in it, I probably wouldn't go by it. As far as I'm aware, TFL employees are not on a no-fly list. To be put on a no-fly list and travel restrictions mean that you need to pretty much... They can't just do that to you without evidence. It's against your human rights and your freedom of speech and things like that. I've got time. Just a thought, Jay, with the Binance wallet still accruing without any whale alert or price fluctuations. Accumulating without any whale alerts or price fluctuations. Could it be they are burning from those who are selling from within their exchange? We don't know. We don't actually know. But from what I can tell, if Binance were actually just burning themselves, they would just be sending it direct from A to B and not wishy-washying it through like 13 wallets each time. You think 25 million Lunk is enough? I want to get 100 million. The winter is good for developing, so patience. Thank you, Jake, for all the work you're doing to support Lunk. You're welcome. Honestly, folks, I am here to best serve and help you as a community, and that's what I'll always be here for. Birmingham, Malaysia. It shocks me how far away people are in the world from England and still watching, and then how close some people are to me in England and still watching. It's crazy. Can't wait for staking and burning implementation to the moon. Yeah, I'm really excited for staking to be implemented. It opens up so many doors for myself here at Happycattycrypto and for the whole community, both on Happycattycrypto and the Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel. One of the proposals implemented. Any update on proposal 1747? The UST burn passed a long time ago. Yes, this was a community pool burn, wasn't it? I think that has happened, folks. That was that series of burns we saw that pushed us up to 16.99 million USTC. I may be wrong, but at the same time, I'm pretty sure they did come out saying that they have done that burn. If one of the proposals implemented, would we see it officially announced in the Twitter Lunar Classic official page? Karim, we don't know. We are trying to get proper contact with them. So, like they've stated, the issue is, and they have stated this in the revival plan, is the fact that it's community coin. It's been handed to the community from TFL, and as far as they're aware, they don't want nothing to do with it, and it's just a community coin now, and we can do with it what we see fit. Sorry I'm late. What about Luna and people trapped on Coinbase? Yes, I've heard there's a lot of people trapped on Coinbase, and I'm doing my best to try and figure out a way for you folks, if you have got wrapped Luna on there, to get it off and possibly get it unwrapped back into Luna Classic, because that's where it will be more valuable, in my opinion. There's only 4 places you can buy and sell wrapped Luna. Last time I checked, it may be less now. Good evening for the Philippines. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Thank you. Literally, thank you guys so much. Can't thank you all enough. I hope Binance is going to be a validator soon. I'm supporting both Lunas. Put vodka, good. Indonesia. Hello from Blackpool. It's sunny. Might want to look the no-fly thing up. This is from quite a few sources. Okay, yeah, we'll take a look. Let's take a look. So no fly. Staff at crypto operator Terraform Labs hit with a flight ban 1 day ago. South Korean puts company Terraform Labs and staff on a no-fly list. Yeah, but the issue with this is, right, and we'll go into this news article now. Okay, South Korean prosecutors have banned Terraform Labs employees from leaving the country as an investigation into the company and its co-founders deepens after the 40 billion implosion. The move is collapse at UST. Financial Times. So South Korea's no-fly ban on Terraform Labs came after a special financial crimes unit in the prosecutor's office launched an investigation last month into 2 complaints filed on behalf of 81 investors. The investors allege that Terraform founders and the company deceived investors with their flawed algorithmic stablecoins. So it's just South Korea that's put them on a no-fly list. So they'll still be allowed to fly then, I'm sure, because if it's just South Korea, and they're not even in South Korea at the moment. Remember that, folks. They're in Singapore. Yeah, so as to that, in my opinion, and what I always say this to people is wait until an official source has been released. It's no good going off of news articles because, like I said, you don't know what angle they're writing that from or anything like that. Yeah, it could be true. And yeah, people are going to be taken to court. And anybody that thinks people at TFL aren't going to be taken to court are mistaken. That's what will happen. They'll have to go, and whether they're right or wrong, or if they've done bad or they're not actually responsible for it, they'll still have to go and answer questions. And this is normal. So as to that and the no-fly thing, I mean, a lot of people aren't actually flying at the moment anyway, and they've just moved to Singapore. So I don't understand quite what that does. It just seems like it was an angle for someone to use pretty much to grab people's attention. Now, if I put this up on my page or on my crypto on YouTube channel, I would get so many views because it's so easy to grab your attention by triggering you. And this is something that I'm not going to mention his name because he's not worth it. But this is something that he does specifically. He uses information to trigger you. On triggering you, you add to that person's reach. So in my opinion, like I said, with the no-fly list thing, I've got friends that are on no-fly lists to go to Spain, from where they've gone on lads' holidays, played up, probably drunk a little bit too more than they should have, and then they've been put on a no-fly list for coming back into Spain or doing any sort of traveling to Spain at any point in the next 10 years. So yeah, you can get a travel ban for all kinds of things. And yeah, it's not like, what people need to understand is, right, SEC are one of the biggest powers out there for really getting things done. And they failed to take Do Kwon to court, take legal action against him, yeah, and then Do Kwon turned around and sued them, and they had to pay for everything plus more. So it's always funny to see what the news are saying to what the actual outcomes end up as things. So do be careful with the news articles you're reading, folks. Please do be careful. When is staking going to be passed? Sorry if I missed the answer. Today is the day when the proposal ends. As to its implementation, I can't give you folks a time frame. All I can do is keep you updated as it transpires. Teresa, we all on the no-fly list. Is the Wolf of YouTube. It's the Wolf of YouTube. He is a scammer. My thoughts on the Wolf of YouTube. I actually sat and calculated how much he should have burnt in SHIB compared to how much he did burn in SHIB, and it wasn't even 5% of what he was supposed to burn. Now, with people like him that sit there and go, and then start talking to you, really just goes to show how much effort they actually put into it. He has no excitement whatsoever to put video up, content to his followers. He has... And a lot of these YouTubers will always offer you a private group that you can join for $20 a month for extra information or for information before the community receives it. And this is absolutely ridiculous. Information's free. Information will always be free. And that's why Happycattycrypto is here, is to provide that information for free. Because guess what, folks? We get it for free. Good morning from Davenport, Iowa in USA. Morning from Mexico. Absolutely love how many people are coming just to watch this live stream. It's insane. I'll be doing one every Friday, by the way, folks. This is just a one-off today. I'm just going to sort of keep to the one on Friday, every Friday, but I thought today was a good day to answer questions, obviously, that you folks do have. The Wolf of YouTube offered me to invest in Olympus Trust Trade and I lost a lot of money. Well, that's the problem with building your trades off of somebody else's portfolio and stuff like that. You will suffer their losses the same as they suffer their losses. And yeah, it's not good. So I saw a video about a proposal for a play to earn game for Terra Luna Classic where they will burn coins. Yes, there was, but sadly, things like that need to get whitelisted. Things like that actually need to be put through the correct people to make sure that it will get whitelisted. So to get whitelisted, you need to have an Agora text put up for your proposal. You need to have people talk about it, and it needs to be confirmed within the community. So, and that prevents people from putting up silly proposals and things like that. They even had to increase the deposit amount for a proposal because it just got ridiculous. I hate the proposals that are only text, only they are useless. No, this is not the case. Text proposals are very, very, very important. And in my opinion, they can be more important than a parameter change proposal because they have to be manually implemented, whereas a parameter change proposal just executes itself once it's reached, obviously, the end of the vote. It executes itself, sets itself on a block, and reaches epoch at some point. But as to text proposals being useless, no, that's not the case. Otherwise, we'd only have parameter change proposals. A lot of things have to be manually implemented. And the reason this being is for one huge reason is if we allow an algorithm to do everything, there's a possibility they could turn something back on that nobody wants to ever get turned back on. And which I can confirm is never getting turned back on, folks, okay? So what does MEXC mean with the 1.2% burn should be set on the blockchain? Yes. So what they're saying is that it needs to be implemented on chain. And that's what the team at Terra Rebels is working towards at the moment, is towards the getting the governance back, just getting everything back to how it was before the capitulation. But getting the burn tax put on the blockchain shows all the exchanges that A, we are in control of this coin. B, we're being clear as to what we want. C, we're not creating a big diversion, if that makes sense. So as to what, and it's every exchange saying this, is what they're saying is once they see it implemented on chain, they will then implement it possibly on the CEXs, as long as they see the correct things happen on the pretty much the other side of the river, so to speak, Thomas Martinez Cassis, hi, are we close to hit the block that starts working with proposal 4080? Yes, that's supposed to be today. It's averaged out, so it was 7.7 days last Wednesday. So it could be tomorrow. Remember, it's 7.7 days. So that 0.7 is nearly a whole extra day. So realistically, more towards the end of the week, I would have thought. I'll be putting an update out on it later on today to update everybody and pretty much just let you know what's happening with that, and when we can expect to see it hit the block. So yeah, folks, it seems to be rather quiet in the comments now. If there's anything, D.Dr. R, thank you so much for that donation. Honestly, folks, I need to reiterate this. Please don't donate to the channels. Honestly, you don't need to. All these big YouTubers, they earn far too much money. And they really don't need donations. It's absolutely ridiculous, the amount that they take in donations from people. It's not fair on your community that put you in a position where you are to become monetized to start with. I'm going to just go back through and see if I missed anything. Okay, so Nikki Reborn Legacy, staking and the 1.2% tax is taking long to implement. And what I need to say to people is, if you know of a faster way to get this done and get this implemented and you understand the code, feel free to join the Terror Rebels Discord. They're completely open. They will allow anybody to come in and pitch in and help. So yeah, but these things take time, folks. It really do take time. And they're fixing a problem that they did not create. And that's the truth. All of them, none of them are getting paid for this. Remember that, folks. Not one of these people are being paid. And it's the same as myself. I'm not being paid to do anything that I'm doing right now. I will never accept payment for what I'm doing right now unless it comes from the Happycattycrypto's monetization. And like I promised you, folks, we're burning the first 3 months of that. And a lot of people have said to me, oh, you should be burning forever on the Happycattycrypto channel. And at the end of the day, it's not sustainable for myself to do that. Just doing the 3 months that I'm doing, you folks are going to see just quite how much A, YouTubers earn, and then B, how much I'm just burning, do you know, for the community, because I want to make things better for you folks. I want to show people that if we can do it, a small little community can do it, then the big boys can do it, and these other big companies can do it. And yeah, it's just a joke. In my opinion, I could go on for ages really about how much of a joke other YouTubers are and how much they don't do for crypto and how they say, oh, do you know what I mean? We're at the forefront of it all. But what are they really doing? That's what I ask. What are they really doing? Is reading news articles to you, posting a couple videos here and there saying, oh, Shib's going to be on a Red Bull can this week, or Milkshake's coming out with something crazy this week. And it's got ridiculous. They've turned crypto news into them staring at themselves on a screen, giving updates, checking their hair and stuff like that. And it's not good, folks, to allow your brain to absorb toxic information from others. And like I said, this is not me slapping out other YouTubers or anything like that, or putting them down. It's just me saying that realistically, you should reevaluate where you're getting your information from. Is this person looking out for my best interest, or are they looking out for their best interest? Are they doing anything to help the community? No. So why am I following them? So take a look at Matthew Perry. What's Matthew Perry doing for the community? All right, he created the Shib Let It Burn channel. Okay. Does he earn anything from that? Nope. Okay. What's he doing for the community then? Okay, he's burning a lot of coins. Every month? Yeah, every month. Okay, so he's doing something for the community, right? So therefore, when you look at a YouTuber like Matt, you sit there and you think to yourself, well, hang on a minute. He's gone out of his way. He's created another channel. He doesn't make any gains from this extra channel whatsoever. It gets himself a higher tax bracket, a lot more stress, more content to push out, and really ultimately doesn't gain anything out of the second channel ever. He's just burning Shib, doing something that the developers should do. And this is, like I said, this is an issue across the board with all influencers out there at the moment, that realistically they're not actually doing anything for the community. They're just sitting there saying about all the problems and they're not fixing anything, which really does suck. So yeah, but on a more positive note, remember there are a lot of really good YouTubers out there. Cameron Foose is does really good technical analysis. Mind Math and Money, amazing videos, amazing content, and amazing technical analysis. Always keeping pretty much you informed of what is actually happening. So yeah. As to what's coming up in the future for Happycattycrypto, like I said, there's going to be a lot of content rolling out over the next few days, breaking down everything that's happened inside the Terra Rebels steering group meeting. But one thing to always, like I said, to always consider is that all of these folks have got together to solve an issue that's been created by others, not for money, not for following, not for subscribers, not for fame, not for glory, and like I said, definitely not for money. Yeah, they're just doing this because it's something that needs to be done. So yeah, what do you folks think about that? Do you think they're bad? Do you think they're good? What do you think their end goal is? What I want to know what the community standpoint is around it all, because you folks need to trust Terra Rebels. And the issue is a lot of people are automatically thinking that Terra Rebels are part of TFL, and they're not. They're independent. Not one of the people in Terra Rebels has ever worked for Terraform Labs. And another thing is people were stating that they don't have the power to change the code. And that's not the case. You don't need the power to change the code. You just need the power to create a repository to put the code into. And that's it. It's as simple as that. Yeah, Matthew is not a technical crypto YouTuber, but he is transparent. Not many YouTubers are. Yeah, and this is the big issue across the board with a lot of YouTubers, is the transparency is not good. Matthew Perry, honestly, I can't, like, before I started doing what I'm doing now, I would only watch Matthew Perry's stuff. There was no coin pushing. I think the most he does is his promotional codes for join up bonus codes for basically, if you sign up using his code, then you'll get $25. He would also get $25. And yeah, like I said, he doesn't have a group where you can pay extra to get extra information and stuff like that. As far as I'm aware, he doesn't. I may be wrong there, but a lot of these YouTubers do. And yeah, and bringing people in with free giveaways, all sorts of stuff like that. Like I said, it just builds a ghost following. But yeah. So let's move over to this wallet, folks. So let me know in the comment section what you think about this wallet in general. What's your thoughts on it? So leading up to the capitulation event, this wallet wasn't doing anything whatsoever, like nothing. Like when going back as far as I can go back, it's not, it just wasn't burning anything. Whereas now it's either burning a load or it's buying a load of stuff. And during the capitulation event, this wallet was burning a monumental amount of coins. If we can get it to load. This has been like this for around 2-3 days now. Here we go. So as you can see, a lot of buying still going through this wallet, like $12,000 at a time. And I know a lot of people say this is just users unwrapping their wrapped Luna. But the issue with this is it's super complicated to do, and you need to do it through the IBC back channels. It needs to be manually done. You need to send it one way, then send it the other, then do something to it that side, then send it back. And then when it comes back unwrapped, which is very peculiar in itself. And like I said, those IBC channels are closed. So who has been unwrapping all of this Luna Classic? And why did we see the circulating supply go from 7.9 trillion down to 6.9 trillion in 24 hours? Excuse me, I'm just going to take a nip of my drink. I know the postman's going to come shortly. He's going to start banging on the door. So I'm sorry if there's a huge thud on the door, folks. I personally think they should change their name to something a little bit more professional to be taken seriously by validators. Andy, is this in regards to Terra Rebels name and the Rebels part, I would have thought, right? A Shep sounds to me to not be messed with, and professional legit group. What are you doing to help? A Shep sounds to me. Bows Outdoor, I don't know what you mean by A Shep. Do you mean Terra Rebels? Do you mean the ship community? Yeah. Abe, hi everyone. Hi Abe. Yeah, but this wallet in general, it's just very, very peculiar. What are your thoughts on Binance stocking up on Lunk and USTC? I have covered that quite a few times in here, Don, already, but my thoughts are they're building up to something. We don't know what, but every coin that's been purchased is at a loss. Andy Shepherd, Terra Rebels, yes. Okay, so Terra Rebels sounds to me not to be massive in professional legit group. What are you doing to help? So what am I doing to help? I'm the bridge between obviously you folks and them. I've worked behind the scenes to bring a lot of people together, as well as a lot of other people behind the scenes bringing people together. And into respect to what am I doing, I've started both this channel, the Happycattycrypto channel, and the Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel. The Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel will be burning all of its revenue forever. Obviously minusing out that 20% tax that we'll need to pay, which is the law. It's just the law here in England, sadly, that I have to pay that. I will be fully transparent with all of you folks on all the burns, how much is coming through the Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel. You will always be in the know about that. And like I said, Happycattycrypto is burning the first 3 months. And yeah, it's not a small amount of money, folks. And remember, I'm not going to be paid not one little penny until this 3 months has passed. And yeah, all I've done is spend out a very, very large amount of money to get the equipment needed to do the streaming and everything that we're doing correctly. So yeah, and as to Terra Rebels, what are they doing? They are doing everything. Joey Solo, Lunk needs utility again. Yes, and this is why we're bringing staking back, to bring back so many more things. And like I said, there's so many things that are going on at the moment, and once they're confirmed and we start telling you folks about these things that we do know, then you will be you'll be very happy, you'll be very excited as to where it's going. And like I said, there's a huge team behind Terra Rebels, and not just Terra Rebels, you've got Defunk and his validators that are working with Vegas, and yeah, there's just so many great minds behind this. Hoping the Lunk takes off so I don't have to work anymore. I think should we check the holders, folks? Should we check the holders? Let's check the holders. Let's check the holders to the 3 months, and as you can see, no FOMO buying whatsoever. Literally just staying in that 10,000 range again, as you can see. No FOMO whatsoever. Let's see what the price is doing. I've got all my tabs mixed up. Oh, good lord. Okay, overview. Here we go. Forgotten where we was. Where was we? My brain's gone all of a sudden. So where are the rewards from staking coming from? I'm going to do a video breaking down exactly where the rewards come from, how the rewards are generated, and how it all works. But I have done a video on staking and validators, and it does explain quite a lot of it in there. That was recent. So, oh, 2 seconds, folks. Sorry about that, folks. No doubt you heard the door go then. Hello, Happy, you just got here. Welcome. I'm going to keep the stream going till 2 o'clock. I will be ending it at 2 o'clock because I've got a lot of things that I need to go and attend to. There's a few meetings that are happening today. Thanks for the response. Where are the rewards? Yeah. Is the block 4080 now active? I don't know, folks, but I will let you know the second that that block reaches the epoch. Where do you think Lunk will be at this time next year? Keep up the great job so far. Look forward on how you get in on the next few months. Thank you, James. And as to where do I see Lunk in a year from now, I hope to see it in a better position than it's in now. And I know that's not the answer you wanted, but sadly, I don't do price predictions. Did they pass the staking back into Lunar Classic yet? No, not yet. Let's see if the station is working yet. No, it still seems the Terra station's still down for now, folks. That ends today. We know it's reached quorum, so it should pass. As to staking coming back, it's a text proposal. It needs to be manually implemented. And remember, folks, 4095 and 3568 both get implemented together because they're text proposals, and then that way they don't need to do 2 updates at the same time, if that makes sense. TFL closed the topic. What do you mean TFL closed the topic? I'm pretty confident Lunk can hit 0.1 by the end of 2023. Postman Pat. Okay. So moving back over to, I know a lot of people are asking if we could see 0.1 by the end of the year and things like that, folks. I'm not going to give you any price predictions whatsoever, because that's just not how crypto works. Anybody that is giving you a price prediction or starts thinking that they've been in it long enough to start throwing out price predictions is a bit too ahead of themselves, and they need to go and have a look in the mirror, so to speak. Did Orion voted to pass the staking? As far as I'm aware, from what I've checked, they still haven't voted. But like I said, folks, we do not need them to vote. It would just be helpful if they did. Moving over to the Burn wallet. As you can see, I've got it on the mainnet. Yes, they have a Burn wallet on the mainnet as well. As to this, as you can see, more large burns being sent but unclaimed. And this is something that it really does make me laugh, because here's a Lunk DAO burn. And we look down again, find another nice size burn. And as you can see, no memo. And the amount of people not actually claiming burns, it's funny, because a lot of people that are burning will want to show people that they're burning, does that make sense? I think they call it gloating, don't they? You'd want to go out and gloat about what you've just done. Oh, I just burnt this many coins. Look what I just did. Gain yourself some more followers and possibly look to do another burn. But we're not seeing that. We're seeing indirect burns being sent for a multiple of wishy-washy wallets. It's very strange. Hello, loving the vids info. Glad I found you. Oh, we're glad we found you. I can't state this enough to you folks. You make these channels what they are. We only provide the content here. It's you folks as the viewers, subscribers, the people on Twitter. You make it what it is. How much does Binance have of Lunar Classic now? I can tell you right now. They have 2.31 trillion Lunar Classic coins. They are pushing for 800 million USTC. And if you didn't know this, USTC's holders, the top 100 holders hold that much, and the top 10 holders hold that much. So it it's not looking good. On a sense that 10 individual people own this much of a supply is not good for a price pump, in my opinion, because the second that price pumps, one of those 10 people are going to be looking to make a profit. So do trade safely at all times, folks. Let's refresh the crypto bubbles. Still looking pretty much relatively green across the board, which is not too bad. I've noticed ApeCoin reacts very fast to whatever Bitcoin does. ApeCoin normally returns quite fast, to be quite honest. Dollar cost average, dollar cost average, dollar cost average. Yeah, it's always a good game plan. I'm just going to go through and see if I missed anybody's comments. 10 billion supply, market cap of 40 bill, maybe 4. I'd be happy with $4. I think a lot of people would be happy with anything other than where we are now. And that's the thing. You always want more. You'll never be satisfied. Your brain works like that. It always wants more. It always wants to get a little bit further than it thinks it can. And yeah, I just joined. When exactly will proposal be implemented? Is it August date I keep reading about? What proposal is this, George Flores? The only thing proposal related would be the staking proposal, which would mean that no new validators will be able to come on board until around August time. And only the validators that are currently active and working on the chain would be able to stake coins. And you stake your coins through validators, folks, just in case you didn't know this. So when it comes time, if it turns out you did want to do that, you'll send your coins to Terra Station. You'll then choose a validator to stake your coins through. Different validators give you different percentage rewards, and the different validators do different things as well. They have different aims and goals and things like that. So as to a proposal being implemented on the August date, that's just part of the proposal that, like I said, new validators can't come straight into the staking pools and take up all of the pretty much the percentage of people that want to stake away from the actual true validators, the people that have supported it. What does staking mean? That Lunk will have more utility, lots more transactions, lots more volume, coins moving around. People will start up burn initiatives. I have no doubt. I want to start my own one from doing staking to get extra coins in turn to burn every month for the Lunar Classic Layer burn channel. But it opens up a lot of doors. It gives the ability for people to come back to the chain around August time as well. And it's just really all round good for the ecosystem. Like I said, you really do need it. It generates so much. It gives validators blocks to complete. It just does so much across the board. Will bringing back staking create FOMO for Lunk? No. I shouldn't see why. FOMO events are created by people spreading fake news, in my opinion. The whole thing with the Robinhood situation leading up. How many of you bought Shiba Inu thinking that Robinhood listing was around the corner? How many of you bought SHIB thinking the Robinhood listing was around the corner? And then when it actually landed, how many of you sat there thinking, right, this is it, going to the moon? And then what happened? It's just because something's happened once before in history doesn't mean history will repeat itself. Does that make sense? So yeah, it's all food for thought, in my opinion. It's very interesting. So the 1.2% burn will only be implemented in August, theoretically. No, that's not what we're saying. The 1.2% burn tax, when implemented, once the text proposal has been put through, they've implemented the code, the validators accepted the update, that tax will be implemented automatically. I don't know where you're getting the August from. You must have read that new validators are not allowed to come on board until August, or someone's using information to misinform people. Was referring to the 1.2% burn and 35% burn. Hi Jake, what is the percentage for staking rewards? It depends on the validator that you use, to be quite honest. David Penny, Great Eagle. Different validators will give you different rewards and things like that. Some of them give you really high ones, some of them can give you really low rewards. It just depends on how many people are actually staking with that validator. The more people that stake with that validator, the more voting power they get and all sorts of stuff. Philip Rhodes, how about some Lunar Classic merch? Sadly, no, I can't do any Lunar Classic merch. It's been a massive stress just getting merchandise for people for Happy Catty Crypto, because the amount of people that want me to get t-shirts and hoodies, and it's just been crazy. You need to have to pay. I had to pay for the vectorization of the logos and trademarking and things like that. So you can't just create merch. You need to have trademarking rights to create that merchandise. Are we able to go under 10 billion lunk with burns to the dead wallet? Anything's possible. Anything is possible. And like I said, staking will bring back so much stuff. And one of the big things that staking brings back is you folks having the ability to vote as a community again. It's very important. I can't explain how important. Without the 4095 proposal, it's going to be super hard to do anything, because like I said, we need to be able to vote on that governance proposal. It's that simple. Thanks for the knowledge. Great content. Thank you very much, George. Jana Thompson, the messages that get replied to on YouTube with WhatsApp numbers, is that a scam? Yes, I do mention that in every one of my videos. That is a scam. I would never do anything like that. I would never send you a WhatsApp number. We're just not dating like that, folks. I'm sorry. We're just not there yet. The messages get like, yep. When is the proposals activated? You need to be more specific. I like blue. Jerry Solo, I like that idea. Lunk match. Philip Rhodes, no worries. Sorry, yeah, folks, about not being able to produce Lunar Classic merch. Like I said, it's not... yeah, it could get dangerous doing stuff like that. We could open ourselves up to some kind of lawsuit. Do you think Lunk will have a healthy recovery with all the work being done now? Yes, and like I keep saying, anything's possible, but we really do need you folks to bond together strong as a community, stay strong all the time. And a lot of people forget to look at that bigger picture, and forget that we're actually around I think it's 2,416% up from the original capitulation of where we went below zero when we had that initial exchange halt. Proposal activate, I like that idea. I promoting on the streets. Where did the stake and rewards come from? Tax burn, because there are no coins minted anymore. Yes, I know. And like I said, Sons Noel, I'll be doing a video on exactly where those coins come from, because it's long-winded to explain it. So I need to break it down, get some things up in front of the screen, and really get you folks in the know. Did the proposal already pass? And if so, when will it be implemented? Which proposal, Emmanuel? V-Tracer, you not see my messages? Tracer, Terra Station, into blockchain. Yeah, but they're so split out, V-Tracer. Hello, love the vids. Into Flad, I found you. Glad I found you. V-Tracer, blockchain, Terra Station, I meant to say. Yeah, you need to just try and get it all in one question, Tracer, and I will try and answer. Greenish Joris, thank you for your clearer explanation. You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. This is what these live streams are all about, is to try and answer your folks' questions as much as possible. 4095 basically already passed, I thought. It passed quorum. Aren't we just waiting for time to expire? Yes, we are, yes and no. Anything could happen. There could be enough no votes within that time to outweigh the yes votes. Always remember that, folks, that all of the validators in the last second that haven't voted could choose to vote no. So it's not over till it's over, in my opinion. Not until that last second's gone and it's actually gone through as passed. What is the worst case scenario with Lunk? The worst case scenario is we go back to zero and we stay down there, capitulated forever. In my opinion. If everything goes well, where do you see Lunk in a year from now? I hope to see it in a better position than it is now, to be quite honest. Who's putting up the next proposal? People that are putting proposals up are a very specific set of people that are writing these out, and they have to be double checked by a lot of people. So yeah, I'll let you know what the next proposals are, when they'll be coming, and what they will be about. Bearded Daddy Beard Company will burn a portion of Lunk with every purchase. Okay. Do you have proof? Do you have proof? Do you have a source for us? Better future. When do you feel we could realistically be at 20 cents? I do not know. It's all burn dependent and use case dependent at this point. B Cherry, what are the limitations by not having Terra Labs on board to onboard the development? There aren't any limitations in my opinion. TFL could hang the hat up right now, hand it all over to Terra Rebels, and they definitely do a better job than what Terra Labs is doing, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. That's my 2 cents. So yeah, J4080 is activated. Can you verify this? I will be able to verify it later. I'll need to go into the groups and speak to people and actually hear it from the developers themselves. Do you believe that activating staking will incentivize Orion Money and other validators devs to not migrate to Luna 2 or come back to Classic? A lot of those projects are still on both chains, by the way, folks. I don't know if you do know that. Happy, delete your internet cache and restart the Terra Luna page, okay? Okay. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. I'll have a check in a little while. Will it reach $1? Do you feel after the implementation it could lose zeros? No, better future. You need to understand that just because something got implemented doesn't mean, like, you need to go in, you need to understand these proposals. You need to actually read them to understand that just because it got implemented doesn't send the price to the moon. Like, everything is, for starters, the first burn tax being implemented is a monthly burn tax. So it's the second burn tax which will make a good dent over a period of time. But always remember that, folks. You need to get this moon stuff out of your heads. You've had too much moon boy talk swing your way. It doesn't work like that. It just really doesn't work like that. Anybody that got into it yesterday and the coin they bought moon the next day, you like winning the lottery. It's very lucky. What's the soonest next biggest achievement for Lunk? Achieving staking and getting the governance back online. Jana Thompson. Some people are saying Lunk will lose 2 zeros this week and $1 this month. I can't even. Hi bro, what happens today with proposal 4080? It's supposed to reach the epoch. When do you think Lunk will rise from the ashes? Lunk has risen from the ashes. Remember that, folks. It was at 0. It was at less than 0. We will have to watch out for Binance having 2.3 trillion Luna Classic because they are thieves. We always have to be careful of anybody in the crypto game if they are holding a very large amount of coins, because whatever they do will ultimately influence the rest of the market. There's a spider landed on my microphone. I'm going to leave him. He's probably going to go in there. I'm calling him Bertram. So what if TFL handed everything over to Terra Rebels? What will that change? Nothing. It would just speed everything up, to be quite honest. And yeah, like I keep saying to people, we don't need TFL. We just need the validators. Rebranding requires new communication channels, transparency in order to regain trust, prospect of future direction. Yes, Thor and Freya, this is the issue with going through any kind of rebranding one bit whatsoever in the slightest, is the fact that you will likely lose a lot of your following. Now, one of my friends who runs a retro company, which was called Jelly Belly Mods, had to change the name of the company. And this was around 2 years into this process. And he had to pretty much change everything because he was going for a lawsuit. And now he's struggling with people finding him. He's lost a lot of customers that he had because they believe that he's a scam and all sorts of things like this. So yeah, going through a name change is very, very big. I think once Lunk has utility again, the price will rise. What utility does it have? Hunter, you need to go and watch the content we're providing on HCC and be kind to your mind. Educate it a little bit. Jay, I think you answered like 500 questions, but the important one you forgot, which color is the Lambo you're going to be? I don't actually have a car, folks. I actually walk everywhere. If I don't walk, I will take a jog, and if not that, I will ride my bike. I do have a driving license. I just don't. Money doesn't facturate me. I'm more the kind of person to go out on a very clear night and pretty much get my telescope out and have a look at the solar system. But I get it if you like Lamborghinis. If I was going to have a Lamborghini, I would definitely have it in pearlescent white. Just my opinion, just my 2 cents. How much do you think will be staked? We don't know, Gifted Striver. It's all down to you as a community and what you decide to do with your Lunar Classic bags. When is the roadmap ready for viewing? They updated us in the steering group meeting yesterday that a roadmap is in the works and should be out within the next couple of weeks to present to you folks to give you the best outlook on things that they can, pretty much, and keep you in the loop. Moving on to when will Lunk reach $1? When dollar? Tell me when dollar. Who can tell me? I can't tell you when it will reach $1, folks. I really can't. The one thing you do need to understand is if each coin is $1, you need to then times that by the market cap. By the circulating supply, and then you have your market cap. When proposals take effect on Lunk, we have covered this. I'm not going to keep like Blue. I've said this about 1 million times. So anyone in here of the 20, 30 people that are listening probably said, you've answered this already. Do you think Happy that Binance will sell Lunar Classic at a price of 50 cents? We don't know. We don't know. You're great for an English lad from a Scottish lassies. Thank you. I have family up in Scotland, in Girvan, actually. I do go up there every few years and stay with them, and I always go and get a deep fried Mars bar because I know it's what you must do. And if you haven't had a deep fried anything yet, then you need to go to Scotland and just live a little. Not greedy, not aiming for a Lambo, happy with a Tesla. I love you, folks. How old am I? I am 30 years old this year, folks. When will today's prop be implemented? It's 7.7 days from last Wednesday, so it could be today, could be tomorrow, could be the day after. It might have even implemented. I just need to go and check after this live stream. Do you think Binance would stake there? They can't at the moment, and they won't be able to until August unless they stake it through another validator that is already active on the chain. But yet to find out if Binance staking on Classic has a proper active status, because then in which case, yeah, they would be able to stake all those coins. But yeah, that would be bridges we need to cross as we get to the river, so to speak. Why is Do Kwon not responding? Here's the owner. Just because every time he responds to anything or writes a tweet out for anything, he puts himself in a serious firing line. Just every time. A lot of people, I mean, I wouldn't surprise me if 90% of you believe he actually minted those coins and sat there minting them, and that's just not the case. It was an algorithm. No one had control over it. To stop it, you needed to halt the blockchain and all sorts of crazy stuff. And that did happen, and that's when we saw the first burn from 7.9 trillion down to 6.9 trillion, which, yeah, in itself is very, very overlooked. Hi, Catty from Kentucky. I truly feel 10 cents in the next 6 months. I have 215 mil in Lunar Classic coins. I'm guessing you mean Timothy. Anything is possible, but like I say, folks, it's all down to the community pulling together to get this overall goal reached of getting the governance online and getting all those proposals implemented that are being worked on. And yes, some have been implemented because they are parameter change proposals, and some need manually implemented because they are a text proposal. Just want to be able to afford the cost of living crisis. Yeah, it's getting really bad here in the UK. I was watching a few things on the news and yeah, it's not good. But things always work themselves out. They always have done. They always will do. And just remember, there is always light on the horizon. And always remember this. This is something my granddad always told me. And it's a little bit of a fireside comment, but the ups wouldn't feel so upright, folks, if the downs didn't feel so down. If you didn't have bad times, the good times wouldn't feel so great, and it would feel like Christmas every day. Does that make sense? You just need to, yeah, take a step back. Do you think I need coffee, my friend? Who doesn't need coffee? Did everyone here voted to have Lunar Classic allowed staking here? Glasgow is the best. I am going to agree with that. I mean, is it battered? Yes. I think Link will reach faster than $1 than Shiba Inu coins. Yes, and that is because Shiba Inu has around 557 trillion coins to burn through. And the developers haven't done one thing. They've not burnt one coin. They've not done absolutely nothing. Happy, did Orion voted yet to make Lunar Classic allowed staking? Now show us, please. I'll give it a refresh. I'll see if it's back up yet. No, it's not. This is going to be the first thing I jump on when I leave this live stream, folks. That will be the first thing I go and look at. Can you talk about Binance buying USTC even after delisting it in the USA? Yeah, of course I can. Not a problem. Let's go to the overall counter. Let's set a clear. And as you can see, they have in total received just over 20 billion USTC into this wallet and then back out of this wallet. And it is a monumental amount of coins. As to them buying at the rate that they're buying, I haven't got the chart thing up, but I can go here. I can get us down. Here we go. So this is their recent accumulation. As you can see, it has been going on like wildfire since we started this month. So we started this month and they have just been accumulating like crazy. And like I said, the top 100 holders own 93.07% of the circulating supply. It's such a crazy amount. So as to what their plan is with this, we do not know. It's the same as what we don't know about the Lunar Classic they're holding. I hate to speculate, and I can only take the factual evidence as far as it can go. And as far as it goes is showing us what they're doing, not what they're intending to do, if that makes sense. Terra Station is offline somehow. I can't see the governance. That makes it a bit more difficult to vote. Yeah, I will jump straight back on that the second I get out of this. I promise, folks. Can you confirm that there is going to be an attempt to re-establish the stable coin? I can't confirm that at the moment. It's part of the next AdSec agenda meeting. Once I get more confirmation on what this stable coin is, what it's about, if they'll be using USTC or if they'll be creating a new one, I will get all the ins and outs for you. So where is Lunk be headquartered now, or will it change countries? They're already headquartered in Singapore. They're no longer in South Korea whatsoever. Yeah, Eagle, I'll get it done. I can't open up all of that sort of personal level stuff on this stream, sadly. So yeah, it would bring up information that I need to obviously keep hidden, because otherwise people will probably be able to get into my accounts. Anyway, is it safe to keep my Lunk on Terra Station? Thanks for the answer. Yeah, I mean, your coins are always going to be safe on there. I think what you're more worried about is the price doing something crazy whilst they're on there. So really you need to make your own decision up to whether you want them on the Terra Station or on the exchange. Lunar Classic on Terra Station at the moment, you can't do anything with it. You can't stake it. So it's kind of like, But if they did get staking re-enabled, which is what the plan is, what we're aiming for, you would probably see a huge flux of volume of people moving their coins from CEXs to Terra Station. HTC, which personal response of changes after implementing 3568 on change. Do you believe developers are more transparent? One sec, folks, let me take a sip. So as to them pretty much being more transparent, the TFL are far from transparent, but Terra Rebels are as transparent as they can be. I'm a holder of Shiba Inu, and the developers are garbage. They just talk a lot. I think every Shiba Inu should come over to Lunk because the community and its developers are more transparent. Yeah, and I don't want to be one of those guys who put a video out there absolutely slating Shib off, but it's not good. The developers are making no effort whatsoever to do anything for you folks as the community holders. And even recently saying that they're going to use bone as the gas for Shibarium's just a joke. Just a joke. Like, they already tried to do a hard fork. Ryoshi said no hard forks. And now they come out with gas. They are controlling Shib down to the T. Would you burn 1 billion of Lunk to turn your other trillion into a massive profit? Yeah, of course you would. And that's always the question that we ask ourselves with Binance. This is absolutely the best channel for lunatic community, and so much insights and valuable infos. Back to drinking tea thanks to you. Thank you, Wensby. Literally, and always, folks, I will always say this to you, from here, where we are now, to where we will be in a couple of years, and it's all thanks to you, folks. You make these channels what they are. And if you're in these streams, I don't ever ask this, but if you're not subscribed to the Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel, make sure you are, because that channel is going to be coming up on the Shib Let It Burn channel's rear behind as fast as I can possibly get it to, because I want us to stand out and show how strong we are as the community here at Happycattycrypto and with the Lunar Classic Let It Burn channel. Lunk will hit $100, better future. It's not good to go around saying stuff like that. You've got no factual evidence to back up your comment you've just said. The maths definitely don't back it up. So yeah, bro, when will we see $1 then? Like I've stated, better future. We don't give price predictions here on Happycattycrypto. We've never given you a price prediction. We don't even like to speculate. For the price to be $1, you need to ask yourself, what will the market cap be? How many coins will be there in a circulating supply? Happycatty, why is Anchor Protocol pumping so hard? Let's take a look at Anchor Protocol. It might be, I mean, it's not pumping at all, in my opinion. It's not pumping hard. It's not pumping hard, folks. Let's get back to that. Okay, so can Lunk reach cents this year before it ends? How many percent? Happycatty, was it? Yeah. Second question, it's certainly possible that Binance cold wallets represent their users' funds, correct? And is this just a... Well, yeah, it is. The possible that the Binance cold wallet represents their users' funds. It's contradictory. It's all... Binance have really got themselves into a bit of a pickle with this one, in my opinion, because they've stated that they keep users' coins in cold storage disconnected from the internet. So when you send your Bitcoin to Binance, you give it straight to them. So if they was to shut shop all of a sudden, or something was to happen, they've got your Bitcoin and you can never get them because a cold wallet is disconnected from the internet. So yeah, it's very, very peculiar. Let's have a refresh of the crypto bubbles. SNX, I've never really heard of this one, but it's funny to always see like one just blowing up out of the water. That's pumping. That's pumping. That's not pumping. That's just okay. I mean, different people have different views on what's considered a pump, I guess. Is Lunk still connected to Terra UST? No, it's not. And their prices have become unsynced since the launch of Phoenix 1. When Prop 3568 is on the blockchain, will Terra Rebels be contacting the CEXs, or is this a community job? We will all be doing it as a community, as Terra Rebels, as Happycattycrypto. All of us together will be doing that. And it's down to us all to apply pressure. It's not just down to Terra Rebels. Yes, it is down to us as a community to apply pressure. I'm going to answer a few last questions, folks, and then we're going to cut the live stream there because I really do need to shoot off and grab some information and updates for you folks. Thank you for what you do. When will the burn kick in? We should see around a month from now the first community burn from that proposal. The reason why I mentioned the cold wallet is because for every other coin they have a wallet that behaves very much like the Lunk one, although with much less % of the supply. The cold wallets aren't real. Thank you for what you do. Purchase 1 billion. Thank you very much. Right, folks, look, I'm going to cut it there because I'll just have to keep answering questions. Not keep answering. I won't have to, but I will just keep answering questions for another hour. Thank you all for showing up today. I really appreciate it. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for everything that you folks do. Just thank you, folks. We can't say that enough. A lot of YouTubers, like I say, make it out like it's them that do all of the hard work, this, that, and the other, and it's just not the case. They can only provide the content. It's down to you people, as the community, as the followers that do it. So give yourselves a round of applause and really give yourselves a pat on the back. And stay safe out there. It's not financial advice. And trade on facts where you can, not on emotion. And I will catch you folks in the next one.